Me. Yeah, I did it. We finally made it. Here we go. We're at the end of July. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Geeks Who Drink on Twitch every Monday at 8 o'clock. Hold on, I got a little friend over here. Here we go. And early counts for cats. How does the car live? Okay, bye. Ow. Okay, bye. Anyway, exclamation point and score sheet if you wanted to have a score sheet for you for tonight. And of course, we got 7 rounds tonight. Monday quiz going on, Monday trivia. So I got to retalk it. Anyway, yes, it's been a bit since I've hosted Twitch, so we'll see how this goes. But yeah, so Micah's not producing tonight, so at least it will most likely work better. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, 7 rounds tonight. We got, of course, bonus questions. Of course, after some of these rounds, you guys could win some credits to our to our merch store at geekswhodrink.com. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat, but please don't write the answers to the questions in the chat because people are trying to play and the chat is us for chatting and all that. Yeah, I'm going to throw him right under the bus because he probably, whatever. Because usually we have technical difficulties anyway. So just saying. Anyway, what else? Again, it's been like 2 months now, so I forget everything. Anyway, exclamation point and score sheet. You'll get a nice score sheet link in the chat. What else? Exclamation point and the rules. You can of course do that, and they'll show you the rules. It's all about scoring yourself. We're all going to score tonight, so let's just move on to round 1 before I start to make an ass of myself. Yeah. Round 1 is 8 points, and round 1 is called Move Along, Say Jack. Round 1, none of the answers in this round contain the letters R, S, T, L, N, or E. Once again, none of the answers in this round contain the letters R, S, T, L, N, or E. Let's go. Number 1. In 2018, a Missouri deer poacher was sentenced to watch what classic Disney movie every month for a year? Once again, number 1, in 2018, a Missouri deer poacher was sentenced to watch what classic Disney movie every month for a year? Let's move on to number 2. Yeah, I keep forgetting to look at shit, so look at me. Number 2. Cashing in on the popularity of the TV show Pokemon Yellow, had players... Oh, okay, I suck at reading too. Had players start with what cute electro rat? Yeah, honestly, I obviously did not read this quiz before I started. Cashing in on the popularity of the TV show Pokemon Yellow, had players start with what cute electro rat? Number 3. Moving on to number 3. I'm thinking, oh my God, we're dog sitting some dogs here. And one of them, please stop. Just stop. Number 3. Because her name, you see, a 2012 episode of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me ambushed what U.S. soccer legend with 3 questions on wombats? Once again, question number 3, because of her name, you see, a 2012 episode of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me ambushed what U.S. soccer legend with 3 questions on wombats? Question number 4. Number 4. Jared Leto brought ugly suits and an horrible Italian accent to a 2021 Lady Gaga film about what fashion house? Wait, I'll do it, but not in a, a Cockney accent. So Jared Leto brought ugly suits and an horrible Italian accent to a 2021 Lady Gaga film about what fashion house? All right, moving on to number 5. Question number 5. The Caribbean nation with a national soccer team called the Reggae Girls and the hibiscus Jarritos flavor they might drink to celebrate a win. What is that shared name? Once again, number 5. The Caribbean nation with a national soccer team called the Reggae Girls and the hibiscus Jarritos flavor they might drink to celebrate a win. What's that shared name? Number 6. Question number 6. Let's go. Though they've yet to put a single one on the market, what maker of the Enclave and the Envision plans to transition entirely to electric vehicles by 2030? Once again, number 6. Though they've yet to put a single one on the market, what maker of the Enclave and the Envision plans to transition entirely to electric vehicles by 2030? Moving on to number 7. Question number 7. Before her UFC superstardom, Ronda Rousey became the first American woman to win an Olympic medal in what throwy martial art? Once again, number 7. Before her UFC superstardom, Ronda Rousey became the first American woman to win an Olympic medal in what throwy martial art? Moving on to number 8. Question number 8. A politician just made up a Native American sounding word and it stuck. That's the most likely origin for the name of what on-theme Northwest state? Once again, number 8. A politician just made up a Native American sounding word and it stuck. That's the most likely origin for the name of what on-theme Northwest state? We got a bonus question coming away in just a moment. All right, guys, here's your bonus question for round number 1. We'll pick one team at random, one entry at random, exclamation point, and your answer in the chat. And we'll pick one username at random. And they'll get a little credit that they can use at the merch store at geeksydrink.com. And they'll be entered in that end of the night big drawing for Swag Box. Here's your bonus question. Though they did pretty well in England for like 30 years, what anarcho-punk band is only remembered here for getting knocked down in tub thumping? Exclamation point and your answer in the chat. Once again, your bonus question. Though they did pretty well in England for like 30 years, what anarcho-punk band is only remembered here for getting knocked down in tub thumping? All right, guys, let's go back to your answers to round 1. Starting again with number 1. In 2018, a Missouri deer poacher was sentenced to watch what classic Disney movie every month for a year? That is, of course, going to be Bambi. It's Bambi, obviously. I guess. I don't know. It's Bambi. Number 2. Cashing in on the popularity of the TV show, Pokemon Yellow had players start with what cute electro rat? That is, of course, Pikachu. Yeah. Look at him go. He's doing it. Number 3, because her name, you see, a 2012 episode of Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me ambushed what U.S. soccer legend with 3 questions on wombats. That was Abby Wambach. 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 Bash. I don't know. Yeah, there it is. Number 4. Jared Leto brought ugly suits and horrible Italian accent to a 2021 Lady Gaga film about what fashion house. That is, of course, the House of Gucci. It's Gucci. Number 5. The Caribbean nation with a national soccer team called the Reggae Girls and the hibiscus Ritos flavor they might drink to celebrate a win. They share the name, though pronounced differently. Okay, calm the crap down. Jamaica or Jamaica, if you must. All right, can you guys just stop and go somewhere else? Thank you. Hey. All right, cool. Let's just move on. Number 6. Though they've yet to put a single one on the market, what maker of the Enclave and the Envision plans to transition entirely to electric vehicles by 2030? That is the Buick. Just go somewhere else. Get off my face. Number 7. Let's move on to number 7. Before her UFC superstardom, Ronda Rousey became the first American woman to win an Olympic medal in what throwy martial art? That is going to be Judo. Judo. Buick, the car maker in general. Judo, number 7. And number 8, a politician just made up a Native American sounding word and it stuck. That's the most likely origin for the name of what on-theme Northwest state? That is going to be Idaho. That's crazy. But anyway, Idaho. And your bonus question to round number 1. Your bonus answer. So they did pretty well in England for like 30 years. The anarcho-punk band that is only remembered for getting knocked down and tub thumping is Chumbawamba. Chumbawamba. Round 2 is your music round. Round 2 is worth 16 points. And it's called Read Between the Lines. Pay attention to the lyrics in this round because they're literally call out the title of the next song. For 1 point, tell me the name of the title. For another point, tell me the name of the artist of each song. A potential 16 points. Here we go. I will sing every round. No. Number 1.
Nothing nice, yeah. Vegas in my ice. Jesus Christ, yeah. Checks over stripes, yeah. That's what I like, yeah. That's what we like, yeah. Pastor Dawson Sally sending texts, ain't sending kites, yeah. He say keep that on like I say, you know that this shit's tight, yeah. It's absolute, yeah. I'm back with Boo. You got it if you want it, got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac, girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby, you deserve it all.
How high, real high, cause I'm just so fly. A young, lovable, huggable type of guy. And everything is to the back with a little slack. Cause inside out is wicked and wicked and wicked and whack. I come stopping with something pumping to keep you jumping. R&B, rapping, bull crap is what I'm dumping.
Like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and oh so frail. I see our time has gotten stale. The tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I wanna tear it off the wall.
Got a care in the world, but got plenty of beer. Ain't got no money in my pocket, but I'm already here. And now the dudes are lining up, cause they hear we got swagger. But we kick them to the curb unless they look like Mick Jagger. I'm talking about everybody getting crunk, crunk. Boys try to touch my junk.
Cold ass bitch, I give raw chills. 10 different looks and my lips so kill. I kiss him in the mouth, I feel all grills. Heat in the car, that smells on wheels. Woo! I was born to flex. Yes. Diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets, I like more than sex. But nothing in this world that I like more than checks.
At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside. So shine bright tonight, so alive. We're beautiful.
Wow, we're sitting home alone at 8:13. The real Betty was dying. Sorry you didn't see them, but I'm glad it's on. Oh,
Nothing nice, yeah. Vegas in my ice. Jesus Christ, yeah. Checks over stripes, yeah. That's what I like, yeah. That's what we like,
yeah. Pastor Dawson Shelly sending texts, ain't sending kites, yeah. He say keep that on like I say, you know that this shit's tight, yeah. It's absolute, yeah. I'm back with Boo.
You got it if you want it, got it if you want it. Said you got it if you want it. Take my wallet if you want it now. Jump in the Cadillac, girl, let's put some miles on it. Anything you want, just to put a smile on it. You deserve it, baby, you deserve it all.
How high, real high, cause I'm just so fly. A young, lovable, huggable type of guy. And everything is to the back with a little slack. Cause inside out is wicked and wicked and wicked and whack. I come stopping with something pumping to keep you jumping. R&B, rapping, bull crap is what I'm dumping.
Like a wicker cabinet, chalk white and oh so frail. I see our time has gotten stale. The tick-tock of the clock is painful, all sane and logical. I wanna tear it off the wall.
Got a care in the world, but got plenty of beer. Ain't got no money in my pocket, but I'm already here. And now the dudes are lining up, cause they hear we got swagger. But we kick them to the curb unless they look like Mick Jagger. I'm talking about everybody getting crunk, crunk. Boys try to touch my junk.
Cold ass bitch, I give raw chills. 10 different looks and my lips so kill. I kiss him in the mouth, I feel all grills. Heat in the car, that smells on wheels. Woo! I was born to flex. Yes. Diamonds on my neck. I like boarding jets, I like more than sex. But nothing in this world that I like more than checks.
At first sight, I felt the energy of sun rays. I saw the life inside. So shine bright tonight, so alive. We're beautiful.
Wow, we're sitting home alone at 8:13. The real Betty was dying. Sorry you didn't see them, but I'm glad it's on. Oh,
All right, everybody. That's the end of round number 2. Hopefully you guys are doing okay in this round. We're going to take a little break real quick. Grab yourself more drinks, more food, use the facilities real quick. We'll see you guys back in a few moments with your answers to round 2 and the rest of your quiz this evening.
Hey trivia buffs and Taylor Swift fans. Listen up, it's time to test your Taylor Swift knowledge with Geeks Who Drinks newest home party edition. Introducing House Party, the ultimate trivia experience, coming straight off the heels of the end of Taylor Swift's Eras tour in LA, right into the palm of your hands. Sure, you know the speak nows and the love stories, but let's go beyond her Grammy-winning albums. Are you ready for the ultimate Taylor Swift trivia pack? Gather your team, whether you're going to be 2, 3, or 10 people. Our questions will challenge the depth of your knowledge on every Taylor Swift album and song. And get ready for an immersive music trivia featuring a fun lyric quiz to test your discography knowledge. We've included a music video round for those of you who want to jam along to Miss Americana without having a Kanye West moment. Every pack comes with 40 trivia questions in the Taylorverse and a PDF of the Taylor Swift quiz and accompanying audio video files. This is all to celebrate the end of Eras tour, and it's a quiz that's only available for like a limited amount of time. So grab your soon and we'll celebrate together. Geeks Who Drink House Party is the ultimate Swiftie challenge brought directly to you.
All right, we're back, everybody. Let's take a look at your answers to round number 2. Remember, the lyrics kind of told you the next song. So let's see. Number 1, Sicko Mode by Travis Scott. Number 2, That's What I Like by Bruno Mars. Number 3, It's Jump by Criss Cross. Okay. Number 4, Inside Out by Eve 6. Number 5, Get Shocked by Kesha. Number 6, Money by Cardi B. Number 7, Diamonds by Rihanna. So if you just put Rihanna for every single answer, you at least got one right. So Diamonds by Rihanna. Number 8, Alive by Pearl Jam. Alive by Pearl Jam. Number 4 was Inside Out by Eve 6. Yeah. How'd y'all do? You okay? Yes, you okay? All right, guys. Hey, let's move on to round 3. What are you guys drinking tonight? I have a mason jar of wine, so really killing it today. Anyway, round 3. Let's go. Round 3 is called Half in the Bag, Calendar Edition. Calendar Edition. Each question is a short clue about a 2-word phrase, and we'll give you one of the words. Just fill in each blank with the proper month. Once again, every question is a short clue about a 2-word phrase, and we'll give you one of the words, and you simply fill in each blank with the proper month. Number 1. Number 1, the runaway Soviet sub that launched Tom Clancy's Cold War novel career read what? Once again, number 1, the runaway Soviet sub that launched Tom Clancy's Cold War novel career read what? Number 2, question number 2. The intrepid reporter that earned Megan Fox a Razzie for Worst Actress. Who? O'Neill. Once again, number 2, the intrepid reporter that earned Megan Fox a Razzie for Worst Actress. Who? O'Neill. This music is really like like bopping Futurama vibes right now, which I really like. Okay, anyway, number 3. Number 3. The historical 1930 protest that ended at the coastal Indian village of Dundee. Salt what? Once again, number 3. The historical 1930 protest that ended at the coastal Indian village of Dundee. Salt what? Let's move on to number 4. Number 4. A Keanu Reeves, Charlize Theron rom-com with a well-deserved 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. Sweet what? Once again, number 4. Keanu Reeves, Charlize Theron rom-com with a well-deserved 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. Sweet what? Number 5, question number 5. The touristy peninsula dangling off the bottom of New Jersey, Cape what? Once again, number 5, the touristy peninsula dangling off the bottom of New Jersey, Cape what? Let's move on to number 6. Number 6. The singer whose Ring of Fire was covered by her sister Anita and her future husband Johnny, who? Carter. Once again, number 6. The singer whose Ring of Fire was covered by her sister Anita and her future husband Johnny, who? Carter. Let's move on to number 7. Question number 7. The writer's so good that Denzel wants to adapt every single one of his plays into films. Who? Wilson. Once again, number 7. The writer's so good that Denzel wants to adapt every single one of his plays into films. Who? Wilson. And number 8, question number 8. The statement-making edition of Vogue that inspired a whole documentary film, what issue? Once again, number 8, the statement-making edition of Vogue that inspired a whole documentary film, what issue? I got a bonus question coming away in just a moment. And your bonus question, exclamation point and the answer, just one word in the chat to enter into that bonus for that bonus prize. Potential $5 credit to our Shopatorium, and of course, to be entered into that final swag box raffle. Let's get going. Here's your bonus question of round number 3. Because history isn't enough, author N.K. Jemisin wrote a book of sci-fi stories called How Long Till Black What Month? Once again, your bonus question, because his history isn't enough. Author N.K. Jemisin wrote a book of sci-fi stories called How Long Till Black What Month? Exclamation point and the answer in the chat. All right, guys, let's take a look at your answers to round number 3, starting again with number 1. You just had to tell me the month. The runaway Soviet sub that launched Tom Clancy's Cold War novel career was Red October. The Hunt for Red October. Number 2. The intrepid reporter that earned Megan Fox a Razzie for Worst Actress. That is, of course, April O'Neil. April O'Neil. Number 3, the historical 1930 protest that ended at the coastal Indian village of Dundee. That is the Salt March. Salt March. Number 4, a Keanu Reeves, Charlize Theron rom-com with a well-deserved 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. Sweet November. Sweet November. Definitely not a rom-com. I'm sorry. Just the Hallmark movie at the best. Anyway, number 5. The touristy peninsula dangling off the bottom of New Jersey is known as Cape May. Cape May. Number 6. The singer whose Ring of Fire was covered by her sister Anita and her future husband Johnny. That is, of course, June Carter Cash. June Carter. Number 7. The writer's so good that Denzel wants to adapt every single one of his plays into films. That is going to be, of course, August Wilson. August Wilson. And number 8. The statement-making edition of Vogue that inspired a whole documentary film is the September issue. September issue. And your bonus question, your bonus answer to round number 3. Because history isn't enough, author N.K. Jemisin wrote a book of sci-fi stories called How Long Till Black What Month? The answer was future. The answer is future. Round 4, moving on to round 4. Round 4. Hey, good job, guys. Making some good points over there. Round 4 is called Fjord Focus. Fjord Focus. This is a round on Vikings. Round 4 is a round on Vikings. Let's go. Number 1. A Viking king's nasty-ass dead molar is immortalized in the name of what common wireless technology? Once again, number 1, a Viking king's nasty-ass dead molar is immortalized in the name of what common wireless technology? Let's move on to number 2. Question number 2. In Norse mythology, Odin's 8-legged horse Sleipnir was whelped by what shape-shifting trickster who shouldn't have teamed up with Thanos? Once again, question number 2. In Norse mythology, Odin's 8-legged horse Sleipnir was whelped by what shape-shifting trickster who should not have teamed up with Thanos? Question number 3. Question number 3. For For some reason, SpongeBob's hometown celebrates the real-world holiday named for what Viking who led an early voyage to North America? Once again, number 3, for some reason, SpongeBob's hometown celebrates the real-world holiday named for what Viking who led an early voyage to North America? Question number 4. Feed the victim onion soup, then smell them. If you smell onions, you've got a perforation. That's how Vikings diagnosed the mortality of wounds to what body region? Once again, number 4, feed the victim onion soup, then smell them. If you smell onions, you've got a perforation. That's how Vikings diagnosed the mortality of wounds to what body region? Number 5, question number 5. The English word Thursday comes from the Norse god Thor. In most Romance languages, it is named for what non-Viking thunder god who got his own gas planet? Once again, number 5, the English word Thursday comes from the Norse god Thor. In most Romance languages, it is named for what non-Viking thunder god who got his own gas planet? Number 6, let's move on to number 6. The trance state Viking warriors worked themselves into with drugs and or rage, or a long-running manga about a very angry man with a giant sword. What is that shared B name? Once again, number 6, the trance state Viking warriors worked themselves into with drugs and or rage, or a long-running manga about a very angry man with a giant sword. What's the shared name? Number 7, let's move on to number 7. The not historic image of Vikings in horny helmets started in the 1870s when a rogue costume designer put them in what German composer's ultra-long ring cycle. Once again, number 7, the not historic image of Vikings in horny helmets started in the 1870s when a rogue costume designer put them in what German composer's ultra-long ring cycle. And number 8, question number 8. Probably taken by a Viking, the largest poop in recorded history was about 8 inches long, 2 inches wide, and found under what English city whose name came from the Old Norse Jorvik? Once again, number 8. Probably taken by a Viking, the largest poop in recorded history was about 8 inches long, 2 inches wide, and found under what English city whose name came from the Old Norse Jorvik? What the crap, 2 inches wide. Anyway, we got a fun discussion coming in just a moment. Let's move on to your bonus question to round number 4. Let's move on to your bonus question for round number 4. Exclamation point and the answer in the chat. It's just one word. Here's your bonus question. Just to annoy Minnesota Vikings fans, a Green Bay radio station once edited out all references to the team from what singer's Truth Hurts. Once again, your bonus question. Just to annoy Minnesota Vikings fans, a Green Bay radio station once edited out all references to the team from what singer's Truth Hurts. Here are your repeats to your answers for round number 4. Here are your answers to round number 4. Starting at number 1. I've been trying to sneeze for 10 minutes and it's like really killing one side of my face. Anyway, round 4 answers. Let's go. Number 1, a Viking king's nasty ass dead molar is immortalized in the name of what common wireless technology? That's gonna be Bluetooth. Ew. Anyway, Bluetooth. Because it's wireless, get it? Anyway, I don't know. Number 2, in Norse mythology, Odin's 8-legged horse Sleipnir was whelped by what shape-shifting trickster who should not have teamed up with the Thanos? That is, of course, Loki. Oh, okay. Let's turn a bright light later. Number 3, for some reason, SpongeBob's hometown celebrates the real-world holiday named, okay, Leif Erikson. There it is. There it is. Number 4, let's go. Feed the victim onion soup, then smell them. If you smell onions, you've got a perforation. That's how Vikings diagnose the mortality of wounds to that body region. That is, of course, going to be your abdomen, gut, stomach, intestines, bowels, intestines, belly. A tummy wound. Number 5. The English word Thursday comes from the Norse god Thor. In most Romance languages, it is named for what non-Viking thunder god who got his own gas planet. That's gonna be Jupiter. Or Jove, by Jove. Number 6. The trance state Viking warriors worked themselves into with drugs and or rage, or a long-running manga about a very angry man with a giant sword. They share that B name, that is, of course, going berserk or berserker. Yeah. Number 7. The not historic image of Vikings in horny helmets started in the 1870s when a rogue costume designer put them in what German composer's ultra-long ring cycle. That composer is Richard Wagner. Or Richard Wagner. Number 8. Probably taken by a Viking, the largest poop in recorded history was about 8 inches long, 2 inches wide, and found under what English city whose name came from the Old Norse, Jorvik. That is going to be York. It's York. And your bonus question. Your answer to your bonus question. Just to annoy Minnesota Vikings fans, a Green Bay radio station once edited out all references to the team from what singer's Truth Hurts? That is, of course, Lizzo. Round 5 is your video round. Round 5 is called... 76 Conjure based by the Luckies in the Big Parade. Today's Uncommon Instrument Awareness Day, so strike up those horns and sousaphones. Name the movies and shows that gave us very unusual instruments. Name those movies and shows that gave us unusual instruments.
A holophoner? Only a few people in the whole universe can play that, and they're not very good at it.
They don't have you to inspire them.
I'm trying to find middle C. There's just nothing like my mother's Steinway. Do something, Chloe! Okay, the first chord, I think, is, chord 80.
My God, it's working! It's working! You did it! Way to go!
Very hard to get parts, Major.
I'm sure you did your best.
Had to get parts from different horns, but I fit very nicely. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna have my eardrums pierced.
There's no mouthpiece.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
And all over Whoville, they whooped up a racket. They blew on bazookas and blasted great toots, on clarinets, soompas, and boompas, and flutes.
There! Can they hear us now?
Listen, please!
That's it. Okay. Oh, yeah. Come on, boys, pick it up. Yeah. Like it. Okay, Chauncey, take it. Yeah. Oh, yes, yes.
Are you ready, Carlos? Almost. Carlos, was it supposed to sound like that?
No way! I don't get it. It looks incredible, but it...
A holophoner? Only a few people in the whole universe can play that. And they're not very good at it.
They don't have you to inspire them.
Do something, Chloe! Okay, the first chord, I think, is, chord 80.
I'm sure you did your best.
Had to get parts from different horns, but I fit very nicely. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna have my eardrums pierced.
There's no mouthpiece.
They blew on bazookas and blasted great toots, on clarinets, soompas, and boompas, and flutes.
There! Can they hear us now?
Pick it up. Yeah. Like it. Okay, Chauncey, take it. Yeah.
All right, we're back. Let's take a look at your answers to round 5. Well, got our jizz whalers over here. Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. All right, number 2, that is, of course, now back on Hulu, Futurama. Yeah. Number 3, They Never Say Die. It is, of course, gonna be The Goonies. Martha Plimpton's in that, too. Everyone forgets. She's awesome. Anyway, number 4. That is, of course, MASH. What a great show. What a great show. Number 5, that is gonna be Horton Hears a Who. Horton Hears a Who. Number 6. She's awesome. Number 6 is Arcane. Number 6 is Arcane. Number 7, we've got Corpse Bride. Classic Corpse Bride. Playing some bones. No bones about it. And number 8, we flew in a human's body, and now we're doing this. It's the Magic School Bus. It's the Magic School Bus. All right, how did y'all do in round 6, you guys? Anyone? Anyway, Jizz Whalers to Bones to whatever the school bus is doing. Anyway, yeah, we got it all. Look at us. Every Monday night at 8 o'clock here, Central Time, a Geeksy Drink. Corpse Bride is good. If you want to watch it, you probably should. It's pretty awesome. Tim Burton. Anyway, round 6. Let's move on to round 6. We're in our final 2 rounds of the night, and these are all both worth a potential 16 points. Round 6 is called Sick Grains, Bro. 6 grains, bro. It is Happy Shredded Wheat Day, guys. We are celebrating with a round of 2-part questions on bodybuilding and cereal. 1 point per correct answer. Once again, this is 2-part questions on bodybuilding and cereal. Write these answers in order, y'all. Here we go. Starting with number 1. In the mid-1950s, Kellogg's has briefly added a 4th elf named Pow to advertise what noisy cereal? And answer with a body part, not a muscle. Tom Platz earned the nickname the Quad Father for having massive what's that measured 30 inches around. Once again, number 1, in the mid-1950s, Kellogg's briefly added a 4th elf named Pow to advertise what noisy cereal? And answer with a body part, not a muscle. Tom Platz earned the nickname the Quad Father for having massive what's that measured 30 inches around. Question number 2. Let's move on to number 2. In 2022, what Rushmore-less Peace Garden state passed Kansas as America's biggest wheat producer? And it's not in Alabama. Bodybuilding legend Dorian Yates ran the Temple Gym in what second largest English city? Once again, question number 2. In 2022, what Rushmore-less Peace Garden state passed Kansas as America's biggest wheat producer? And it's not in Alabama. Bodybuilding legend Dorian Yates ran the Temple Gym in what second largest English city? Number 3, question number 3. In his song Joint to Joint, what Purple Lovin' Minnesotan scolded a potential partner for not knowing that he ate Cap'n Crunch with soy milk? And en route to her 6th Ms. Olympia win, Corinna Everson choreographed her pose down to what R&B icon's Rhythm Nation? Once again, number 3, in a song Joint to Joint, what Purple Lovin' Minnesotan scolded a potential partner for not knowing that he ate Cap'n Crunch with soy milk? And en route to her 6th Ms. Olympia win, Corinna Everson choreographed her pose down to what R&B icon's Rhythm Nation? Let's move on to number 4. Question number 4. In 2007, 7-Eleven sold boxes of cereal featuring what Simpsons clown who said he was paid to say this stuff is nutritious? And fitness pioneer Jack LaLanne won the Horatio Alger Award given to distinguished Americans. But so did what now jailed Theranos founder? Once again, number 4, in 2007, 7-Eleven sold boxes of cereal featuring what Simpsons clown who said he was paid to say this stuff is nutritious? And fitness pioneer Jack LaLanne won the Horatio Alger Award given to distinguished Americans. But so did what now jailed Theranos founder? Let's move on to number 5. Question number 5. Grape nuts contain neither grapes nor nuts. Discuss. What 90s SNL star played Coffee Talk host Linda Richman? And way back in 1894, 1894, OG bodybuilder Eugen Sandow flexed his biceps in short films for what douchey inventor? Once again, number 5, grape nuts contains neither grapes nor nuts. Discuss. What 90s SNL star played Coffee Talk host Linda Richman? And way back in 1894, OG bodybuilder Eugen Sandow flexed his biceps in short films for what douchey inventor? Moving on to number 6, question number 6. The smallest dwarf planet is a big ol' asteroid named for what Roman wheat goddess? And Englishman William Murray won the world's first bodybuilding competition in 1901, which was co-judged by what Sherlock Holmes creator? Once again, number 6, the smallest dwarf planet is a big ol' asteroid named for what Roman wheat goddess? And Englishman William Murray won the world's first bodybuilding competition in 1901, which was co-judged by what Sherlock Holmes creator? Moving on to number 7, question number 7. Nutritionist James Caleb Jackson's whole grain granola was so hard it had to be soaked in wet beverage overnight. And to build muscle, bodybuilders try to eat 1 gram of what amino acid built macronutrient for every pound of body weight. Once again, number 7, nutritionist James Caleb Jackson's whole grain granola, oh my gosh, was so hard it had to be soaked in wet beverage overnight. And to build muscle, bodybuilders try to eat 1 gram of what amino acid built macronutrient for every pound of body weight. And number 8, question number 8. In 1950, what late national velvet star and divorce enthusiast appeared on boxes of shredded Ralston cereal? And in Pumping Iron, Arnold Schwarzenegger spends a lot of time trying to rattle what Incredible Hulk before the Mr. Olympia competition? Once again, number 8, in 1950, what late national velvet star and divorce enthusiast appeared on boxes of shredded Ralston cereal? And in Pumping Iron, Arnold Schwarzenegger spends a lot of time trying to rattle what Incredible Hulk before the Mr. Olympia competition? We got a bonus question coming your way in just a moment. And your bonus question to round number 6, exclamation point and the answer. It's just one word. Just use the one word, exclamation point and the answer. Here we go. Your bonus question. Speaking of Arnold, he once lifted a personal best 525 pounds in what chest and tricep building big 4 exercise? Once again, your bonus question. Speaking of Arnold, he once lifted a personal best 525 pounds in what chest and tricep building big 4 exercise? Exclamation point and your answer in the chat. Give you guys a minute or two, maybe 1 minute. I don't know. All right, here are your answers to round number 6. Let's go again, starting with number 1. Number 1, in the mid-1950s, Kellogg's briefly added a 4th elf named Cow to advertise that noisy cereal that is, of course, known as Rice Krispies. And answering with a body part, not a muscle, Tom Platz earned the nickname the Quad Father for having massive whats that measure 30 inches around. Thighs. I don't even need to do squats, and my thighs are more than 30 inches around, so whatever. Anyway, thighs, we did it. Number 2. In 2022, what Rushmore-less Peace Garden state passed Kansas as America's biggest wheat producer? That's going to be North Dakota. It's going to be North Dakota. And it's not in Alabama. Bodybuilding legend Dorian Yates ran the Temple Gym in the world's second largest English city, also known as Birmingham. Birmingham. It's Birmingham. Number 3, in his song Joint to Joint, what Purple Lovin' Minnesotan scolded a potential partner for not knowing that he ate Captain Crunch with soy milk? That is, of course, Prince. It's Prince. It's Prince. And en route to her sixth Miss Olympia win, Karina Everson choreographed her pose down to what R&B icon's Rhythm Nation. That is, of course, Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson. Number 4, in 2007, 7-Eleven sold boxes of cereal featuring what Simpsons clown who said he was paid to consider his stuff as nutritious. That is, of course, Krusty. Krusty the Clown. And fitness pioneer Jack LaLanne, won the Horatio Alger Award given to distinguished Americans, but so did that Theranos founder, also known as Elizabeth Holmes. My name is Elizabeth Holmes. This makes me sound so much cooler. Number 5, grape nuts contains neither grapes nor nuts. Discuss. What 90s SNL star played Coffee Talk host Linda Richmond? That is, of course, Mike Myers. Mike Myers. And way back in 1894, OG bodybuilder Eugen Sandow flexed his biceps in short films for the douchey inventor. He is, of course, Thomas Edison. The smallest dwarf planet is a big ol' asteroid named for what Roman wheat goddess? That is going to be Ceres. And way back in 1894, I'm just reading the wrong thing. Englishman William Murray won the world's first bodybuilding competition in 1901, which is co-judged by what Sherlock Holmes creator? That is, of course, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I finally opened up the PDF. Number 7. Nutritionist James Caleb Jackson's whole grain granola was so hard it had to be soaked in what beverage overnight? That is, of course, milk. It's milk. And to build muscle, bodybuilders try to eat 1 gram of what amino acid built macronutrient for every pound of body weight? That is going to be protein. Pure ass protein. Protein! And number 8, in 1950, that late National Velvet star, the divorce enthusiast that appeared on boxes of Shredder's Ralston cereal, is, of course, Elizabeth Taylor. And in Pumping Iron, Arnold Schwarzenegger spends a lot of time trying to rattle What Incredible Hulk before the Mr. Olympia competition. That is Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno. And your bonus question. Speaking of Arnold, he once lifted a personal best 525 pounds in what chest and tricep building Big Four exercise? That is going to be the bench. The bench or the bench press. The bench. It's your final round. Let's go!
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
Your final round of random knowledge, potential 16 points. Some questions will have multiple parts and or be worth multiple points, so pay close attention. Let's go. Number one for 1 point, a 1953 New Yorker cartoon of some aliens talking to a horse popularized what cliche extraterrestrial demand? Once again, question number 1 for 1 point, a 1953 New Yorker cartoon of some aliens talking to a horse popularized what cliche extraterrestrial demand? You guys. Number 2 for 2 points. Question number 2 for 2 points. Write these answers in order. Question number 2 for 2 points. Jeremy Allen White plays the youngest kid in a dysfunctional Chicago family on what Hulu show? And he also played the oldest son of a very dysfunctional Chicago family on what Showtime show? Once again, question number 2 for 2 points. Jeremy Allen White plays the youngest kid in a dysfunctional Chicago family on what Hulu show? And he also played the oldest son of a very dysfunctional Chicago family on what Showtime show? Let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is for 1 point. The U.S. opened this year's World Cup run with a brace by what 22-year-old striker who anagrams to Ames hip shot? Once again, number 3 for 1 point. The U.S. opened this year's World Cup run with a brace by what 22-year-old striker who anagrams to Ames hip shot? Number 4, let's move on to number 4 for 3 points. Question number 4 is for 3 points. Is it a type of cake that children eat or a mythical monster that eats children? Just right. Cake or monster? Is it a type of cake that children eat or a mythical monster that eats children? Here we go. Write them in order, guys. Part A, black anise. Baumkuchen. Bunyip. Once again, number 4 for 3 points. Is it a type of cake that children eat or a mythical monster that eats children? Part A, black anise. Part B, bamkuchen. Part C, bunyip. I'm not saying that. Number 5, question number 5 for 1 point. The heat in Arizona has gotten so bad that it's melting what lumpy cactus that is the official state wildflower. Once again, number 5 for 1 point. The heat in Arizona has gotten so bad that it's melting what lumpy cactus that is the official state wildflower. Number 6, let's move on to number 6. For 3 points, according to French director Robert Bresson, a film is made 3 times: when one blanks it, when one blanks it, and when one blanks it. What verbs go into those 3 blanks? Once again, number 6 for 3 points, according to French director Robert Bresson, a film is made 3 times: when one blanks it, when one blanks it, and when one blanks it. What verbs go in those 3 blanks? Number 7. Number 7 is for 1 point. Less pricey than saffron juice, golden milk is made that color by what superfood spice? Once again, number 7 for 1 point. Less pricey than saffron juice, golden milk is made that color by what superfood spice? Number 8. Question number 8 is for 4 points. Write them in order. For each U.S. state, name the most populous state that it shares a land border with. Part A, Florida. Part B, Michigan. Part C, Delaware. And Part D, South Dakota. Once again, for 4 points for each U.S. state, name the most populous state that it shares a land border with. Florida, Michigan, Delaware, and South Dakota. I have a final bonus question coming away in just a moment. And your final bonus question of the night, exclamation point and the answer in the chat. Let's go. That's some national treasure. Bleh. By a strange coincidence, 1776 is the founding year for both the United States and what secret society? Once again, your bonus question, that is some national treasure shit. By strange coincidence, 1776 is the founding year for both the United States and what secret society? We'll be back with your answers in a moment. Your answers. Let's go to your final round answers. Starting again with number 1. A 1953 New Yorker cartoon of some aliens talking to a horse popularized what cliche extraterrestrial demand? That is, of course, take me to your leader. Take me to your leader. Number 2. Jeremy Allen White plays the youngest kid in a dysfunctional Chicago family on what Hulu show? That is, of course, going to be The Bear. And he also plays the oldest son of a very dysfunctional Chicago family on what Showtime show? That is, of course, Shameless. It's Shameless. Number 3 for 1 point. The U.S. opened this year's World Cup run with a brace by what 22-year-old striker who anagrams to Ames hip shot? That is going to be Sophia Smith. Sophia Smith. Number 4, let's do it. For 3 points. Cake or mythical monster? Black anise. In it, I don't know. Anyway, it's a monster. There it is. Baumkuchen. That is going to be a cake. And bunyip is a monster. I don't know what it is though. It's definitely not a black anus. Anyway, number 5. The heat in Arizona has gotten so bad that it's melting what lumpy cactus that is the official state wildflower? That is going to be a saguaro cactus. Saguaro cactus. Number 6 for 3 points. A film is made 3 times when one blanks it, one blanks it, and one blanks it. That is going to be writes it, shoots it or directs it, and edits it. Write, shoot, edit. I mean, we won't be seeing any for a while anyway because of the strike, so let's see what happens. Anyway, number 7. Less pricey than saffron juice. Golden milk is made that color by what superfood spice? That is, of course, going to be turmeric. It's turmeric. And number 8. I name the most populous state that you name the most populous state that borders it. Florida is going to be Georgia. Michigan is going to be Ohio. Delaware is Pennsylvania. And South Dakota is Minnesota. And your final bonus question of the night. Your final bonus of the night. That's some national treasure shit. By strange coincidence, 1776 is the founding year for both the U.S. and what secret society? That is, of course, the Illuminati. The Illuminati. That is the end of your Monday night Twitch trivia here with Geeks Who Drink. We'll see you guys all next Monday at 8 o'clock Central or 9 o'clock Eastern with some more trivia. And, of course, check us out on our YouTube and all of our other platforms and, of course, live across the nation. We'll see you guys all next week. Y'all have a fabulous night. Yay! I know, no singing this time, but next time maybe. DM us with your email if you want a bonus tonight, you guys. We want to give you guys your bonus prizes. Please, please, please. Bye. Y'all have a good night.